Just checking our drip system. It's Monday morning. And this tree is not doing well. This coffee smells so good. This is my favorite orange juice. They fresh squeeze it, but you pay for that, so I don't get it very often. Yes, pie for breakfast. Apples are a fruit, right? Every day I came out here in the dark and I have to water the garden, which is still covered up with a shade tent. You can't see it right now because it's dark. Maybe it'll show it over there. Over in that corner. But I still have tomatoes and peppers, hot peppers in there. So, gotta turn that water on. And earlier this spring, I ran a drip system to it. So I let it run for 8 minutes. And I come back out and I shut it off. And every single individual pot that's underneath that shade tent has its own little drip line going to it, because it was just taking me what seemed like 2 hours to keep all of our plants watered here in Arizona, so that they would actually produce any vegetables or flowers. So anyway, good morning. I hope everything goes well for you today. I'll be back in just a minute so I can show you the progress on the MKAL. Let's go. Well, here this is. It is the morning of Tuesday, and I forgot where I left this thing off last night. So I've got my three slip stitches on one needle, and clearly I can't just stretch it out right now, so we'll have to look at it later. But let's see how much progress I can get today. If I can get these bubbles finished, it would be fantastic, because I have not touched my other project since this MKAL started, and I really do need to still get some stuff done on it. But this is a lot more knitting than I thought it would be at this point in the MKAL. Yarn management has been a nightmare up until this point, with just the twisting it back and forth for the color changes while we were connecting those three pieces together. And by the last one, I mostly had it figured out, so it wasn't as bad anymore. But and I love the result. I love the result, but I spent a lot of time untangling. I didn't have to backtrack, which I know some people have had to do. They had to completely back out and go back in because they got so tangled. I didn't get that far into it, but I spent a lot of time on yarn management to prevent that from happening. Alright guys, look, I got it done. Woohoo! With some days to spare to work on my other project. It's really hard to show off, because this is almost 370 stitches all crammed onto one needle. I'm loving how it turned out. It's been fun to work on. These bubble things were not near as difficult as I thought they might be. They were slow and annoying at first, but I sped up with them pretty quickly. And he said for the next clue, we're going to pull out our mohair dares. So I'm going to have to decide whether I'm going to use that sparkly yarn, or the mohair, or some of both. But at any rate, I got it done, and it's only 11 o'clock or so on Tuesday. So now I can make progress on my other project. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, Chewy, hush. So this is stuff to make puttanesca sauce. When I say make, I mean can. Puttanesca sauce. So perhaps I'll follow up with that in the next video. Let me know if you want to see me make some puttanesca sauce. Alright. With all the storms going on, the hurricanes, it brought up the subject of communications and how ham radio has stepped up to fill in the gap when all the cell phones were down to even get emergency services to where they needed to be. And I happen to have my ham radio license. So I thought it was a good time to put up the antenna and give it a try. Check on my comms, make sure I understand how to use my radio still. So that's what I'm going to do while I knit. Let's see. Let's turn it on. There we go. Well, you know, the weather's always got something to say, doesn't it? This is our local for Phoenix area.
Know the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Wear lightweight and loose.
Yes, it is still hot enough here. We are getting heat advisories. It's 105.
Outdoor work. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments.
All right, I'm going to get out my knitting, and we'll see if we make any progress. I just wanted to take a minute and say, if you are in Florida or one of these areas that were affected by the hurricanes, my heart really goes out to you. I hope if you're in the path of the current one that you are able to get someplace safe. And if you need to ride it out, that you're able to do so safely and have the provisions you need and just are prepared for the amount of time you may be without services. And I will be thinking about all of you and keeping track of it. And I just really hope everybody makes it through this one better than they did the last. I'm going to continue to knit on this. I'll give you a little. This is the blanket I showed in episode 1. And I'm just trying to make progress on it so we can get it up as a pattern on the website and on Ravelry, because I think it'll be great for winter, and it's a very easy TV project. If you just need a thoughtless project to keep your hands busy, it's perfect for that. But I'm also trying to do that MKAL at the same time, and both are priority, which makes it hard for both to get done. But I'm going to leave it at that for this episode, episode 3. I really appreciate all of you stopping by to check it out. Please subscribe if you like what you see. I promise I'm going to get better every episode. I'm brand new to it, but I'm working hard. And I hope you guys have a great next couple days. And I'll see you in episode 4. Bye.